Hey y'all, it's Crystal. Welcome back. Thanks so much for stopping in. Today is a book tag. We're going to do a book tag, and we're going to dive into Rockin' the Music book tag. This was created by Kim over at The Paper Traveler. I will, of course, link her video below. And what this tag is combining her love of music and books together. Really fun questions. It's short and sweet, so let's dive into it. Number one, No Sleep Till Brooklyn from the Beastie Boys, a book that kept you reading, causing you to lose some sleep. So most recently, the book I stayed up late reading was The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Sylvia Marino Garcia. I got to the point where I didn't have much left. That feeling? You're like, oh gosh, it's like maybe you've got like 30 pages left. You're way past your bedtime, but you really want to finish it. So definitely this book kept me up a little past my usual bedtime. So yeah. Okay, number two, Vacation by the Go-Go's. I love that song. So what books would you take on vacation? I definitely like to take easier to read type of books. If they're books where I'm having to concentrate a whole lot, I usually don't end up reading those, or just something that's keeping me engaged in the story. In my most recent vacation, I read a couple of books. I finished a dark fantasy. It was a really good story that kept me moving. Thrillers are always good to take to the on a vacation. But yeah, just I usually just kind of pack books that are kind of more fast-paced, that I can try to squeeze into that vacation time. And of course, I always throw in my Kindle, so I can always just pick something up if I need. I'm just not feeling any of the physical books that I brought. So yeah, I basically bring every book with me with my Kindle, right? All right, number three, another one, Bites the Dust by Queen, of course. A book that you did not finish. Now, I'm definitely one that will DNF a book if I'm not enjoying it. I know some people are, kind of weird about that. They just don't like to, to give up, and that's fine. But for me, life's too short to keep hanging on to something that I'm just not enjoying personally. And one that I'm really bummed that I always had to that I had a DNF was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, because I just knew I was gonna love it. And there's a bunch of people reading it now over on the MJ's Discord, and everybody's loving it, and I'm just like, why didn't I love this book? But yeah, I quit this book, baby. I didn't care. Yeah. Alrighty, number four, Traveling Without Moving by Jamiroquai. Man, that whole album was so good, wasn't it? So a book in which you feel like you traveled. And thinking again of somewhat more recent reads, what first came to mind was Still Life by Sarah Winman. She was wonderful at giving a sense of place, particularly with the scenes where they were in Italy. I just could feel, the streets below my feet and the smell of the foods in the air and things like that. It was such a good story. Really wonderful characters. I wanted to be there, in Italy, hanging out with all these people. And I definitely kind of felt like I was there, experiencing that with them. It's a really wonderful story, historical fiction type story, following kind of a group of people that, a young man who's in the military during World War II, who connects up with this sort of eccentric woman who's involved in the art world, and how that kind of really changed both of their lives to a point. So it's good. It's a really wonderful book. Number five, Jump by Van Halen. A book that scared or surprised you. This is still the scariest book I've ever read, is The Shining by Stephen King. Books don't normally scare me, like watching a scary movie scares me. This book, there's a particular playground scene which gave me the heebie-jeebies. Also the topiaries. I also would like to give an honorable mention to Michael Clark's what's that woman? I'll put the cover here. The title was in my brain and then it left my brain. That book was also really scary. When I was reading it, I was like, got the tingles, you know. Yeah. What number am I on? Number 6, Back in Black by AC/DC. Show a book with a predominantly black cover. I kind of looked around. I mean, Addie LaRue is kind of black, you know. Well, shoot, look, even The Shining's. Even The Shining's kind of black. But this one might take the cake. The Silmarillion, my copy of The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien is pretty much solid black, except this little kind of stained glass window looking image on the front cover. It's pretty black. I'm looking forward to diving into this. September, I think we're diving in, right? It's a group read, so I'm nervously excited for it. Alrighty, number 7, Room for One More by Anthrax. Your bookshelves are full, but you need to squeeze on one more. A book that you're excited to read or own. So a couple of pre-orders that are coming my way that I'm really excited for. I'm going to mention again Alien Vasquez by V. Castro because I don't know. I can't explain why I'm so excited about this book, but I just am. I just really am. I'm also really excited about Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shay Earnshaw. It's a story about Sally. Sally is my favorite character from Nightmare Before Christmas, one of my favorite movies. And I love Sally so much. It's a book about Sally. I'm excited. Okay. So number 8, Calling Dr. Love by Kiss. Your best bookish relationship. Maybe a bit unconventional, but I love this relationship with Louis and Lestat in Interview with a Vampire. It's this kind of, it's very tense. It is, it's just rife with drama, but I love it. Alright, whoop. Alrighty, number 9, Space Junk by Wang Chung. The junk or stuff that you have taking up space on your shelves. Now, my bookshelves are crammed with books because I have too many books. I've got way too many books and not enough shelves. Stuff's double stacked, so I can't really fit much on my shelves. But I do have a few little pockets. So, I do have my Stranger Things pops that I keep over here. I do have my Sweet Coraline doll. And that's really about it. Everything else is too many books, double and triple stacked. It's out of control. All right, number 10 is a bonus, but if you want to, is to make up your own bookish prompt. So I'm interested to know, what is your favorite music, either like, a singer or a band or whatever, memoir or biography. I do like to dig into those from time to time. And one of the recent fave, I read this I think last year, was the Beastie Boys book. I really enjoyed this one. It went way into their history of how they started and them kind of as younger and meeting and all of that. It just, the audiobook in particular was fantastic. So if you're a Beastie Boys fan, it's definitely worth checking out because it was really good. So yeah, that's a recent fave. I did also really enjoy Nikki Sixx's The Heroine Diaries. I read that several years, bunch of years ago now. Yeah, that one was fun too. I like Nikki Sixx. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, nice and quick. So definitely, I'm gonna tag a couple people. I forgot. I'm gonna tag Gareth over at Book Songs and Other Mag Jet because that just seems like a no-brainer. I will also tag MJ at reading this live because I think she's into music, so maybe she would have fun doing this one. No pressure, of course, only if you feel like it. And of course, tag You're It if you're interested in this one. It was definitely a fun one. So thanks, Kim, over at the Paper Traveler, for putting this one together, of course. And thanks for stopping in. Like always, I always appreciate your time. And that's it for me, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.